Ever wished you could, like, clone yourself to handle a ton of work,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
Like, just duplicate yourself. Today, we're diving into how to do exactly that, at least for real estate marketing.
Mm-hmm.
So we're checking out a YouTube tutorial. It's called Steal My $2,000 Real Estate Automation Complete Tutorial.
Okay.
And this AI and SEO expert, Nico, he not only built this system,
Right.
he sold it for big bucks.
Wow.
And get this, the whole thing starts with a simple Google form.
Really?
Yeah, you know, those things we use for everything, like potlucks, party invites.
Yeah.
It's kind of amazing.
Interesting.
It's actually ingenious. That Google form, it basically becomes the command center for the client.
Yeah.
They put in all the important details about their real estate project.
So like location.
Exactly. Location, size, who they're targeting, all of it.
Makes sense.
No more like, you know, endless emails back and forth. It's just, boom, information straight into this automation machine.
Well, this is where the magic happens.
Yeah, so then that data doesn't just sit there. It actually triggers this whole chain reaction
Right.
using a tool called Make.
Make.
Yeah, you can think of it like as the conductor of an orchestra.
Okay. I like that.
So we've got Make. It's calling on all these other powerful tools, and each one's playing a specific role. So there's Postman.
Postman. Yeah. Isn't that usually for developers?
Oh, you got it. It's how developers usually test if software is talking to each other, you know, like
Well,
properly.
Right. Right.
But here it's being used to save time by running like these test runs of the automation.
Oh, I see.
So you don't have to fill out that Google form a million times.
That's smart. That's really smart.
So we've got the client's input, automation's ready. What happens next?
Okay.
That location data from the Google form,
Yeah.
it gets fed to Perplexity AI.
Perplexity. Okay.
Have you heard of this?
I've heard whispers, but I don't know much about it.
It's like having a real estate analyst on speed dial. Like, imagine that.
Wow. Okay.
Instead of, you know, waiting weeks for a detailed market analysis for a property, it happens in minutes.
Wow.
Perplexity just scours the web, crunches numbers on pricing trends, does competitor analysis, all based on that initial location.
So it's hyper local.
Exactly. It's not just, you know, generic marketing stuff.
Right.
It's data-driven.
That's really impressive.
And we're just getting started.
Oh, there's more.
Oh, yeah. Remember those pre-written prompts for GPT we discussed?
Vaguely, yeah. Remind me.
Well, those are about to come into play.
Okay.
Right. So for anyone who's newer to AI, what exactly do those prompts do?
Think of them like instructions that you'd give to a really eager, but maybe a little clueless assistant.
Okay.
Clearer your instructions, the better the results, right?
Yeah.
So in this case, the prompts tell GPT, that's OpenAI's language model. They tell it things like, write a catchy website headline or draft a persuasive email, you know, stuff like that.
And what's amazing is that Nico, he actually shares his custom prompts.
He does.
Yeah, in his AI ranking school community.
That's huge.
It is. For anyone wanting to use AI, it's like a treasure trove.
It takes out all the guesswork.
Exactly. Instead of spending hours trying to figure out how to talk to AI, you're using prompts that get results.
That's amazing.
Okay, so we've got Perplexity. It's like serving up these market insights, and then GPT's just cranking out copy like a caffeine-fueled writing machine or something.
It's a lot.
It is. So what's the final product? Like, what does the client actually get?
So they get this super organized Google Sheet.
A Google Sheet? Okay.
Yeah, and it's packed with all these targeted marketing materials.
Like, what kind of stuff are we talking?
We're talking website copy, we're talking email drafts, social media posts.
Yeah.
You name it, it's there, ready to go.
Wow, that's amazing.
Streamlining, right?
Yeah. This could be huge for real estate agents who are used to, like, juggling a million tasks.
Absolutely. And think about the cost savings, too.
Oh, yeah.
Instead of hiring all these different people, copywriters, social media managers, right?
All
you're getting like a one-stop shop.
It does almost sound too good to be true. But what about scaling it? Like, could a larger real estate agency use this for, I don't know, multiple projects?
That's the cool part. It's not a one-trick pony.
Okay.
Each project, with all those little details from the Google form, it creates its own separate workflow.
So you're saying you could have, like, dozens, even hundreds of these automations all running at the same time.
Exactly. Each one with its own custom marketing material.
That's crazy.
And because Nico's sharing his blueprint,
Right.
someone with the right skills could customize it even more.
Like, what do you mean?
Like, imagine integrating it with CRM software,
Okay.
or even adding in like more specialized AI tools.
So we're talking about a potential, like, paradigm shift here in real estate
I
marketing.
think so, yeah.
It's not even just about efficiency at
Yeah.
this point. It's about using data, AI, to create like these hyper-targeted
And
campaigns.
that's what resonates with people today.
It is. It's true. Okay, but before we like get too carried away here, I think it's important to address, the elephant in the room.
Which is?
What about the impact on the industry itself?
Ah, yeah.
Like, are we going to have robots replacing real estate agents?
That's the big question, isn't it?
It is. Are marketing teams just going to become obsolete?
It's definitely something to think about.
Yeah.
I see it more as an evolution, not, an extinction event.
Okay, I like that.
Like the printing press, right?
Yeah,
It didn't wipe out storytellers.
that's true.
And AI, it's not going to replace like that core human element of real estate.
So are you saying that AI could actually create new jobs in real estate?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
Think about it.
Yeah.
As AI takes over some of those, those more routine tasks,
Like what? Give me an example.
like drafting listings, creating social media posts, things like that.
Okay.
It frees up those real estate professionals to focus on what they're really good at.
Which-
building relationships, providing expert advice, navigating all the ups and downs of the market.
That makes a lot of sense. Instead of spending hours on all this tedious stuff, they can really focus on what matters, the client.
Yeah, exactly. It allows those professionals to kind of like move up that value chain,
Okay.
focus on higher level activities, the kind that require, those uniquely human skills, empathy, negotiation, creative problem solving.
So instead of seeing AI as a threat, it's more about adapting and evolving.
Exactly.
Finding those new opportunities where human expertise is even more valuable.
So precisely. And this isn't just real estate. This is happening everywhere.
That's true.
This is a pattern. AI is redefining roles, creating all these new specializations. It's pushing us to think differently about the future of work, period.
It's really, like you said, the only constant is change.
Yeah, exactly.
The real estate industry definitely knows a thing or two about that.
For sure, we've seen so many changes
So many.
in technology and those regulations.
Yeah.
Even in just like how people look for houses.
It's true.
It's constantly changing.
Yeah.
And this AI thing, this feels like the next big wave.
It does feel that way.
And
right?
like the people who figure out how to ride that wave, they're going to be the ones who really succeed.
Totally. So are you saying that to thrive in the future of real estate,
Yeah.
it's all about embracing AI?
100%. But like
Oh.
with any big change, there's going to be some bumps along the way.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
What kind of bumps are you thinking about?
Well, one thing that's been on my mind is that, if AI is creating all this marketing content,
Yeah.
who's really in control of the message?
That's a really good point.
You know?
Because we're talking about algorithms pulling the data, writing the text, maybe even creating like the visuals and stuff.
Right.
So where does like human judgment come in?
And what about bias? Like we know AI, it learns from the data it's given, right?
Exactly.
So how do we make sure that those AI-generated materials, they're fair, that they're accurate,
right.
that they actually show the diversity of the communities they're trying to reach?
Those are such important questions. It's easy to get caught up in all the exciting stuff that's possible with AI,
Totally.
but we've got to make sure that we're using it responsibly.
It all comes back to that idea of partnership.
Right.
AI, it's a tool. It's not a replacement for us.
Right.
We need real estate pros who get it, who understand AI,
Yeah.
but who also bring their own ethics and their human touch to the table,
So it's kind of like having this superpowered assistant,
Yeah.
but you're still the one calling the shots. You're making sure everything's cool, it aligns with your values, your clients' best interests, that kind of thing.
Exactly. And as we get more and more used to using these AI tools, transparency is going to be super important.
What do you mean?
Like being upfront with clients about how they're being used, you
Yeah.
know, addressing any concerns they might have.
Right, making sure humans got their eye on things.
Exactly.
So as we kind of wrap up this this deep dive into real estate automation, what's like the one big thing you want our listeners to take away from all this?
I think the big takeaway is that this is a really exciting time for real estate. Like AI has the potential to completely change the game.
Yeah.
From the marketing side to how agents connect with clients
Right.
to even just how we think about human skills and what they're worth.
It sounds like the future of real estate, it's not about being scared of the robots. It's about, like we were saying, embracing that power of collaboration.
Totally.
AI and human intelligence working together. That's how you get something really special.
Absolutely. That's the future I'm into.
Me too. And listeners, we want to hear what you think. Head over to our social media. Let us know. How do you think AI is going to change your world? Whether you're in real estate or any other industry, we want to hear from you. Until next time, keep exploring, keep learning, and keep asking those big questions.